Hello, Joan Small here interviewing Dean Callaway about the Hawaiian Way. And we're up to the seventh principle, Dean. Effectiveness is the measure of truth.
Yes, aloha Joan, aloha there. Yes, the seventh principle is Pono, which means effectiveness is the measure of truth. Now what I mean by that is there's a few different ways of describing mana, and it can go into quite some detail, but for the amount of time we've got for the moment, we'll talk about it in the fashion that I've been taught and that I understand. You know, Pono's about doing things the right way. It talks about living right. It talks about living well. It talks about honesty and integrity, and it talks about doing the right thing by yourself. Now, for some of you out there who know me, I do card readings. I do card readings on the seven principles of Huna. This is something that was taught to me a while ago by my teacher. Now, I do a seven principles of Huna spread, and I've done these for many years, and I enjoyed it very much. But I found at the end of the day, after I'd done many readings for people over a period of 6 or 7 or 8 hours, that I was really exhausted and quite tired. You know, it really took it out of me. But I loved the principles and I loved the message that come with it. So I was very passionate about doing the readings and I enjoyed doing the readings. But physically took so much out of me at the end of the day that I had to think of another way, a better way of getting the same message across, but without the toll that it was taking on me mentally and physically. And this is Pono, because effectiveness is a measure of truth. So that means if there's a way of doing something and it's not quite the right way, well then there's a better way of doing it. It's up to you to find it. So for me, for a long time I thought the only way I could spread these principles and give this education out is to do the seven principles of Huna card reading, which took so much out of me. So what I've done is I sat down one day when this got all too difficult and I thought, I can do better than this. I know I can do better than this. This is Pono. So I thought, okay, what else can I do to spread the message of the seven principles of Huna, the Hawaiian Way? And I thought about it for a while and I thought, well, there is other things I can do. I can run workshops on the seven principles. I could write a book about the seven principles. I could do some YouTube stuff on the seven principles. And ultimately, which was my ultimate goal, my ultimate dream, which I'm in the midst of doing now, is I could take a fully escorted trip to Hawaii and I could take individuals to Hawaii and give them the whole spiritual Hawaiian Way experience. So these are 3 or 4 other ways that you can be Pono about the way that you go about something. So effectiveness is the measure of truth. So even though you're doing something a particular way and you're not quite getting the results that you want, it doesn't mean you can't have them or you're not meant to have them. It just means you need to go about it in another way. And this is what I'm starting to do now. So I don't do so many readings anymore, but I do workshops and I am writing a book and I am taking the trip overseas to Hawaii, and of course as you can see we're doing the YouTube stuff. So this is essentially the essence of Pono, and one of them. There are many other meanings, but this for the sake of the exercise is the best one. So Pono to all you there, live well, live right, and aloha.